Hi friends, welcome to Stocks and Crypto Plays. This is a follow-up video on GNLN, Greenlane Holdings. I am so excited about this company. I mean, if you look at my last video, go into my profile, look at my last video. I put it out as a buy rating, and that was a smart decision. You made money if you bought at that point. We had the reverse stock split, which I believe is a good thing, and the company's actually done well since that reverse split. Also, the earnings. You have to digest the earnings and try to figure out, was it a good or bad earnings? Wall Street liked the earnings. So they closed yesterday and reported the earnings, and I'll talk to you about those. I'm also going to talk to you today about the stock. Is it being shorted? If so, by how much? What is the price target by analysts? How many analysts out of 6 analysts recommend it? We're going to talk about that. But just real briefly about GNLN, Greenlane Holdings. They are in the cannabis industry. They distribute supplies for vaporization products and accessories for vape shops and dispensaries, offers packaging, rolling papers, grinders, glass products, smoke accessories. Okay, so that's a little bit about the company. And they have 256 employees based in Boca Raton, Florida. So today they finished up, so they reported earnings at close after closing yesterday. Today they reported up 7%, and this is significant because the market was red today. Almost like so many stocks were all in the red today, but Greenlane Holdings was still up, and this is very bullish. And they increased their revenue as well. So Greenlane reports Q2 2022 revenue of $39.9 million, up 15% year over year. How exciting is that? If you're in this stock and you've probably been in it for a while, my opinion, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, should stay in this stock, and you should actually double down or triple down on it. That's just my opinion. I have to decide when to buy more. So I'm not looking to sell for a while now. I want to buy more. But my question is, should I buy more this week? Is it going to dip? Is there going to be a dip opportunity? Because if there was going to be a dip opportunity, I think it would have been today, because the market was bleeding red today. And the stock rose still 7%. So when will that dip opportunity be? I don't know. I don't know if there will be. I feel like it's just going to be pushing higher now. So I'm not sure. I'm a little conflicted. I very much want to buy more, but I want to get a deal on it. So I'm not sure. I'm a little conflicted on that. But hey, the good news is I hold a nice bag of it and I'm making money on it. But let's cover the revenue. So Q2, $39.9 million compared to $34 million in Q2 for 2021. So that's up. 6 months ending June 30, 2022, revenue was $86.5 million, an increase of 25.8% from $68.7 million reported for a comparable prior year. So that's the good news. Their revenue is up. Forecasting is looking really good for the company. Business is starting to boom, which is great news. And it seems like today that's what Wall Street focused on, and that's what I want to focus on. Now, there's always negatives to every company. Now, this company has some negatives. They did not make money. They lost money. Their EBITDA, they lost money on the EBITDA. So let's take a look. They had a basic and diluted net loss of $2.27 per share compared to a loss of $3.23 per share for the prior year. So they reduced the losses there. A loss of $5.57 for the trailing 6 months versus a loss of $9.07 for the comparable prior year period. So they reduced the losses again there. So that's good news. Yes, they're losing money, but they've reduced those losses quite a bit. In regards to the EBITDA for Q2 2022, $5.8 million or $1.09 per share compared to a loss of $3.7 million or $3.92 per share for Q2 2021. So that's an improvement. For the 6 months ending June 30, 2022, adjusted EBITDA loss was $11.1 million or $2.25 per share versus a loss of $8.9 million or $11.05 per share. So an improvement there. Many would say that's not a bad thing. So there's some strategic initiatives that were announced here with the Q2 earnings. They plan to sell the packaging division of the company, and they promoted Greg Snyder, the chief commercial officer, to president. GNLN secured a $15 million asset-based credit facility to support working capital needs. Great news. Strong company, strong credit. cash flow is good thanks to the asset-based credit they have now. They completed a 5.4 million registered direct offering of common stock and warrants, and then they sold interest in Vibes Holdings LLC for 5.3 million, and it's a Zarius retail locations and businesses in Amsterdam. So that freed up more cash for them as well. They exited facilities for savings of over $900,000 annually. They're going to save close to $1 million annually on facilities. That's amazing, and Wall Street likes it. Let's see what else. They finalized the United States Postal Service PACT Act implementation and began shipments to customers under USPS business-to-business exemption program. Okay. So, what else do I want to talk to you about here? There are some things that I want to cover a little bit more. So, cash flow. Talking about cash flow. They have operating cash flow of negative 35 million, capital expenditures 4.13, free cash flow of a negative 40 million. So you kind of like see that and you're like, oh my God, that's scary, because that's on their balance sheet and you think they don't have any cash flow. But that's not true. They actually do have cash flow. On the balance sheet, they have cash and cash equivalents of 9.13 million. Yes, they do have debt, 19.07. I do like when a company doesn't have debt, but unfortunately, most companies do. They have, here's a key stat here. They have working capital of 44.79 million in working capital. So you don't have to worry about the cash and the working capital with GNLN, even though they are losing money and they do have some debt. It's all good because they have the credit and they have the cash that they need to keep the business running and to increase their revenue, get bigger profits, and grow the business. So for the last 12 months, GNLN had revenue of 184 million basically, and they had 50 million in losses. So gross profit of 26.6 million. What else can I share with you? Oh yeah, there's some fun stuff in here. I encourage you to continue listening to the video. Don't fast forward, don't skip it, because you know, when I start a video all the way to the end, I put important information in there. I put exciting stuff, important information, and I don't really just put the best at the front. I spread it out through the whole video. So it's worth it for you to listen to the whole video. And please take a moment to hit like and hit subscribe and add the notifications. Believe me, I am grateful for every one of you that hit like and subscribe and add notifications. I'm so grateful for every one of you. I want you to know that. So I want to talk about short selling information. This is crazy. Okay, so listen to this. The latest short interest is 5.44 million. So 79.17% of the outstanding shares have been sold short. 80% of the shares have been sold short. So if you want to talk about AMC or other companies being shorted, yes, they are. But take a look at GNLN being shorted hard. 80% of the float short sale. Okay, so why are they doing this? Some powerful people want to crush this company, but it's not going to happen. Oh, the other thing I want to talk to you friends about is how many stocks are out there on the market. So that's an important thing to know. Is there just too many stocks out there in the market? Too many shares? Is there a lot of dilution going on in the company? But there's not. It's a pretty small float. And if I can find it in my notes, I will share that with you. But I want to keep moving on here. Here it is. Shares outstanding, 6.88 million. Owned by institution, 20% of those are owned by institutions, so that's good. Institutional ownership is good, in my opinion. There's a 4.92 million share float, and 80% of that is being shorted, friends. So it's a tiny amount of shares outstanding. This is a great company to own. You're going to be owning, if you don't even own a small piece of this, you're going to own a nice percentage of the company compared to a company like AMC, which I also love. They've got 500 million shares outstanding. 500 million shares, okay? GNLN has 6.88 million shares outstanding. That's it. So each share that you own in this company, you're owning a larger percentage of the company than you would if you're in another company that has 500 million or a billion shares or more. So that's another great reason to buy this company, to buy shares. All right, there's a couple more very exciting things I have to share with you. Okay, total valuation, GNLN has a market cap of 25 million. The enterprise value is 35.24 million. And the exciting piece I want to share is the price analysis and the price targets. There are 6 out of 6 analysts with 100% buy rating still today, even after the reverse split. 6 out of 6 buy recommendation from 6 professional analysts. And what is the price target of this company? You are going to be surprised how high this price target is. Take a look here if I can find it in my notes. I am very excited to talk to you about it. Okay, here it is. All right, friends. Stock price is under $4 right now. Price target, $45.90. So for 10 cents on the dollar, if they meet that price target, you're paying 10 cents on the dollar for a share. The price target difference is an increase of 1,147%. Would you like to make an increase on your money? 1,100% increase on your money. Would you like to do that? Here's an opportunity. Nobody knows the future and nobody can guarantee you're going to make this money. The stock market is a risk, always. Any company. You could buy Google, you could buy Apple, you could buy Tesla. It doesn't mean you're going to make money. So be smart with your investments. But what's going to make you the most money? GNLN? I'm impressed. The opportunity is there. It has a price target of $45.90, like I said. The analyst consensus is a buy. So on Robinhood, for example, there's 6 analysts that they use, professional analysts. All 6 have a buy rating. I'm on another professional site right now where they have 12 analysts, and all 12 analysts recommend it as a buy. So the other fun thing, this will be the last thing, okay, in the video, about GNLN. So it's at 367 right now, right, friends? But if you go back into history and you compare the prices, if you factor in the stock split and the reverse split and all that, and you compare the prices of where they were, all-time highs, this stock had an all-time high of $580 on April 18th. $580. I know you probably heard that just now, and you're opening up your phones and you're opening up your computers and you're putting in buy orders, I'm sure. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but if you just heard that, I'm sure you're very excited. Let's take a look back. February to March of 2021, it had $133 share price equivalency. Amazing, amazing. The potential is there, and then you can. After I shared that with you, now you can have an idea. You're like, why did 12 analysts give this a price target of close to $50 per share? It's only at under $4, but now you can see why. And the revenue is going up. They're making good money, and they're in an industry that is booming. And the potential for expansion of cannabis and cannabis-related products is very strong, especially in the United States. And the United States has a massive economy. It's the #1 economy in the world. And guess who's getting ready to break into the United States economy? Cannabis and cannabis-related products. And GNLN is right in that lane. So that's the video, friends. I try to make it quick and fast. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe.
Excellent.